Destiny chose them to save the American dream. Americans by birth, heroes by the grace of God. In desperate times, they rose above their own fear to protect the world. History called them the greatest generation, and they returned to build our nation. We cannot repay their sacrifices, but we can pay tribute to our heroes and their fallen brothers and sisters by escorting them with dignity to visit their memorial. This will be a day to rekindle the youthful fire within our veterans, to honor their service, sacrifices, and life's achievements, to recognize them for a life well spent. On this trip, you have the high honor and privilege of escorting America's heroes to a memorial built in their honor in our nation's capital. Our nation's heroes have waited patiently for 69 years to be so honored, and you have asked for and been given the duty to escort them on this mission. Safety must be paramount in everything you do. Our veterans will depend on you as their guardian angels to watch over them, guide them, help them up and down stairs, help them to the restroom, make sure they stay with their group, and most of all, to ensure that they enjoy this day, their day, to the fullest extent possible. Make this entire group of veterans feel special because they are, but above all, be safe. Be attentive to their every need. This day is about the veteran and not about the guardians. This is a day to put their needs above our own. Some guardians will have the extreme honor of accompanying a family member to their memorial. Please ensure that equal attention is given to all veterans, not just your family veteran. Many do not have family members that are able to go with them. We have to make sure that all are cared for and have a wonderful day. Every veteran will have his or her own guardian. Even though a bond will develop between you and your veteran, whether it is a family member or not, be sure to urge your veteran to interact with all the other veterans. That is the magic of this trip. The brotherhood of veterans is special, and meeting new friends at this age means so much to them. The name tags that we wear on the honor flight are also conversation starters. The name tags will have the veteran's first name in large print, along with their branch of service and the war that he served in. The veterans love it when complete strangers come up to them and address them by name and thank them for their service. Be sure that their name tag is always visible throughout the day. You never know when someone will come up to your veteran, address them by their first name, shake their hand, and thank them for their service. Then the conversation starts and the stories flow. That's the magic of their honor flight. Unexpected experiences from beginning to end. Your duties and responsibilities include, but are not limited to, the following. Guardians should never cluster together without their veterans. Keep your veteran with you at all times. Sometimes they will prefer a moment alone to reflect. Maintain a respectful and watchful distance, but keep them in sight at all times. Help in moving the veterans away from the bus as we disembark. Guide them to a safe spot and stay with them until we start moving again. Help in getting the wheelchairs on and off the bus. Assist in guiding our vets to the airport and the memorials. Help with the TSA check-in. Keep them together in the airports. Never leave a vet alone anywhere. Monitor restroom stops. Be sure they get on the right bus. You will need to help them get up and down the 6 steps of the bus. Help in pushing wheelchairs up the jetway as we leave the plane. Listen for staff instructions. Be sure they don't fall. Be aware of any fall hazard. Older people may have trouble with their feet and can lose their balance easily. Even on level ground, they can stumble and fall. A fall at this age can be fatal. Your job is to keep an eye on every veteran, not just the one you are with. As you will get tired after a long day on this trip, be mindful of those in their 80s and 90s with us. They will be extremely tired too, and may be more susceptible to a fall or a moment of confusion. Make an effort to engage all the veterans in conversation. They will be eager to tell you their stories. Listen to their unique experiences. This is a day that will change your life too. The stories that are about to be shared among the veterans and with you have not been told in books or movies. You have a unique opportunity. Enjoy it. This trip has been carefully planned by the experienced Honor Flight staff, but as with any travel plans, delays and changes in itinerary may occur. Please listen to new information and instructions. Things may change throughout the day. Your bus leader will announce what will be happening next, and it will be your job to convey that information to the veterans sitting near you. Be mindful that we are on a schedule while visiting Washington, D.C. Please adhere to the schedule so that we can accomplish what we have set out to do for the day. If your veteran needs a restroom break, build this into the time at the memorial in order to be back on the bus at the specified time. If for some reason you become separated from the group, there are phone numbers of the medics and bus leaders in your blue name tag on a pink sheet behind your name. Please put your cell phones on vibrate and return calls when you are on the bus and your vets are safely seated. This is a working day. You will certainly have a life-changing experience. Your real reason for being on this trip is to help the veterans. This trip is about them and only them. Your work starts as we begin to gather on the morning of our journey, and it will not end until the very last veteran is returned to his or her awaiting family when we return late in the evening. You are their guardian angels from right now and until the very last of our heroes are back in the airport. There is no doubt that the position of guardian is a big job with loads of responsibility. If the guardian position is not quite what you had in mind, Honor Flight understands. Please let us know as soon as possible that you would like to step down so that we can have time to notify additional guardian volunteers. Honor Flight Tri-State thanks you in advance for your dedicated service to our American veterans, and may you always remember the journey on which you are about to embark. Will Rogers once said, "We can't all be heroes. Some of us have to stand on the curb and wave." This will be your day to walk with heroes.